Welcome to the AFoOL podcast. This is episode 36. Now what? The bracket's over. We're also going to talk about why my fake plants died after I quit pretending to water them.
What's up, guys?
It.
Mardigrasman23 here, and it's time once again for the AFoOL podcast, and we are on Joey's channel. This is BrickTrains, aka Joey, aka the master of the dad jokes.
Yeah.
And down below is Jabo, also known as BrickTsar, who has determined that if it's not cleaning the basement and he puts his mind to something, he can get it done. Allegedly. I'm telling you, you put that one video, you're collecting parts for that project that took Joey forever with the blueprint. The next video, it's done. Like the magic of TV. Poof.
Yeah. It was a little easier to acquire the parts for that, I think, than for the astronaut. But I don't
yeah, the astronaut wasn't that hard. I don't know.
I think it's because you did the actual building video and it made it look more difficult.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, you just kind of baking showed it. Here's parts, bus.
Yeah.
It's very common, and I think a lot of people actually like seeing the build videos, like either the time lapse or the sped up video or whatever, but I just don't feel like filming most of the time.
Those are tough. I guess when they're doing the building like in a group or whatever and they're talking, I guess that's one way. If you're set up, I'm not set up. I can't. The hole that I'm sitting in here, I couldn't. I mean, I can record.
Well, even when I do like CMFs and I'm opening them and putting them together, and I know I'm time lapsing, I still feel like I'm taking too long.
Yes. Yes.
Or do like I do. It's like, oh, that's what that figure is. Let me set that to the side. Don't even build it. Yeah.
So
maybe one day. Wait, how many? I've been doing this almost 9 years. This month is not actually in a few days. Actually, by the time this airs, I will have been on this channel for 9 years. So,
wow,
still haven't figured out a time lapse.
Well, that's okay. You know what that means? That means next year, part of your plan, you have 300 and something. Once January 1st gets here, you'll have 300 and something days to figure out what you're going to do for your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, I got plenty of time to think of that.
So, I guess talking about vintage stuff, we have all these wooden toys that Lego used to do. And some of those are pretty cool. We all like to have the duck if we didn't have a wooden duck. But what are they doing with these?
Even
drawers?
A train.
Yeah. Yeah. I have pieces of a train, because I got it really cheap. It's like wheels and part of the body of a train. And I'm like, but yeah, it's so rough and stuff. But
yeah. So I sent you guys that link, and it's, I mean, how far out of bounds is it becoming? I mean, didn't the plastic stuff from IKEA or I guess you would, I don't even know if it was plastic, whatever those IKEA drawers and stuff was, how did that go over? I can't imagine that was too successful.
How did I pronounce that? That bogey.
I know all the people that got it for free liked it.
Yeah. I guess so.
Well, I just don't get these. I don't get the new drawers, the wooden drawers. Are you going to be able to stack them and make a piece of furniture out of them?
Well, the thing that gets me is if you stack them, it's neat and it's Lego bricks, but to anybody else, it just looks like a drawer.
Right. Yes.
I don't, and they're so expensive.
I think those drawers in that line of stuff is about as dead as this topic is that we're trying to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the first time Lego has come up with different storage solutions.
No.
They did you remember the infamous blue chest that some guy was trying to sell for $16,000 on eBay?
No.
So they did a wooden toy line about 20 years ago, and it was a toy chest. It was a wooden toy chest. It looked like a giant Lego brick, or like it had studs on the top of it. And they also made the rollout drawers.
Well, I remember those.
Yeah, you have those, don't you?
Those are all in this. Yes, I do. Those are all in the same line. I think they also had some tables and chairs. Those things were expensive, but they weren't. I don't think they were I don't think those rollout drawers. I don't think they were even as much as one of these drawers. They're the new ones.
I could almost see the advantage of the rollout drawers because it's a little bit bigger piece of furniture. It's a lot bigger piece of furniture, and it moves out. I could, where you could kids could put their stuff in it and they put it back. And I don't get these. I mean, this is like
it's $120. I'm like, who's buying this?
Yeah.
Are they going to sell one? That's what I think when I posted on Instagram. I think that's what I was like. Will anybody even buy one?
Well, it might be the guy who has the one Lego set that they take the pictures of for the adult put in his background on his wall.
He's got one drawer and his one Lego set. Oh,
it's definitely a rich person thing because everybody that has collections. I'm looking in the background for you guys with all the stack-ons, and we're always talking about how expensive stack-ons and acro mills, and we're always looking for cheaper solutions. That's why you see we often all have a bunch of different storage containers because we're just getting whatever we can as cheap as we can.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
This is premium. This is for the rich, and it's for the casual rich collector. I can't see any serious AFoOLs or regular fools buying these.
No, I'm with you, and I had the hardest time when I seen it. I was like, I guess I just have a hard time understanding where it's supposed to go in my house. I mean, I'm gonna have to have a shelf or a cabinet or something to put it on, unless I'm just completely misunderstanding this whole system.
I want to know: is Lego a partner, or is Lego just selling their name, selling the brand name for somebody else to make something and sell it as Lego when it's really not Lego? It's just somebody producing something that looks to try to look like Lego and slapping Lego on it.
That's what it is, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Like they did with a lot of the merchandise. It's Lego branded, but it's made by other manufacturers.
Well, the rumor I heard is they don't even make their own base plates.
Yeah.
That because
large element maybe.
Yeah, well, like the 32 by 32, just the basic base plate that they have. And I think it's a different manufacturing process than just straight up injection molding, which is what most Lego pieces are made. But I don't know that for a fact. So, where I work, we could actually make that in a how do I say this without getting in trouble at work? We could actually make that in a completely different process, and in a continuously run process where they were just miles and miles and long,
and then cut them.
Yeah, right. So, and we've talked about cutting base plates before, right?
Yeah, I was wrong.
Well, I think a lot of people assumed that those were individual, and I still contend that is that's a different process, a more of a continuous operation. They definitely took the bigger ones and cut them down to the smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a long time ago. There was probably somebody with an X-Acto knife and a table and a straight edge. Just
they probably had one of
them and throwing them in.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, Hoosier Bricks is famous for that. I mean, if you watch it, there's his streams and stuff. You can hear him in the background every once with the paper cutter. He's cutting base plates.
So, can you imagine though, people like alleged so-called purists being upset that somebody would cut their plates, and yet that's what Lego was doing all along.
Right? Yeah. Yes, it's crazy. Well, we've now exhausted our list of topics.
No,
well, thanks for watching. No, we got lots of things we could
talk about. Something, yes.
Yeah.
So you built the bus. We alluded to that, and then you're going to go for the windmill. I know
windmill.
Yep. I've got the parts on order. I have.
Are you using the new parts?
I am going to use new parts. Yes.
Cheater.
I am. I am cheating because I am old and it's hard to put those CA bricks together. It is. But yeah, I've ordered. I even ordered parts from Mardigrasman. So when they get here, but I have the lighting kit, so I could actually have a lighted 1960s lighted set. What are you supposed to hook the other end of the wires to? You got a whiten kit with the little prongs, but
they go to the battery box.
I guess but it doesn't tell you to get a battery box. It says to get the lighting kit, which came with the light brick and the two cables.
That's funny. I didn't think of that.
Use your imagination.
You got to think of this from the perspective of somebody.
Does this plug into the wall?
Can you imagine somebody did that? Oh, that's a video idea of Marty.
Yeah.
Wait, where do I plug these wires? Oh, let's put it in the outlet.
Yeah, 110 for. Oh wow, yeah, that's what we need is me doing another electrical video. It worked out so good with the train. Where do these wires go?
I did one that almost caught on fire, so the battery's overheated.
Oh,
so you guys are both into the Velveeta kits.
Did
you piece yours together, or did you buy the one? When you got yours, Joey, did it have the bricks?
Oh, no, I bought mine. Yeah, I bought the sets. In fact, I got.
He's got the two of the actual boxes and the actual instructions.
I have and I contend that those boxes are numbered with the 1, 2, and 3 on them. And there's been some discussion in other groups like on Bricklink, Brickset, the forums and stuff that the numbers on those boxes don't really mean anything. But I do think in this case they do represent those boxes.
Well, a lot of times in the larger brown mailers, there would be 3 digits in there that you would see people use for the set number that matched what was on the instructions. So even though it'd be like 6 or 7 digits, they'd only be 3 digits would be the set number.
The thing that's odd is okay. So like I was talking about in the one video, so I think Lego produced these and then they sent them to Velveeta.
Yeah,
because Lego was in Colorado, Loveland, and all of these are shipping out of Chicago.
Yeah,
I think was that.
So Lego printed the instructions, do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know. These were printed in the United States. So yeah, Samsonite had them printed. But with the boxes and these boxes, especially these craft boxes, I don't know that there's any identification on them because the numbers that I'm talking about are on the actual shipping label. So
it's on the label. It's not even so you could get any brown box that was a craft send away.
Yes.
You could say it was the set. Well, the label's gone.
The label's gone. Exactly. Well, and so many of those came. The Life cereal, the craft, all of them were in about the same size box.
Yeah.
So.
And I imagine these never were intended that you keep the box.
No,
this was literally a shipping.
Yeah.
I have one that is in it's in a clear bag inside it, and then it's got that it's like I remember it when I was a kid. It was in the produce department. You would get your bag of grapes or whatever, and then they had a little tape dispenser, and you just stuck it down in there, and it cut a little piece of tape and kind of sealed the bag up. And that's what that bag has on it. It's not even like a wire tie bread.
Oh.
I have one of those.
Do you?
Yeah.
So now you can make craft Lego boxes. Just seal up a bag.
If I have any tape left for it, because we used to use those in our bakery, and I got one to seal bags to put beads in.
Well, and that's what I'm pretty sure that's how the Samsonite when they were doing the same thing, because that would have been common that far back. It would have been a quick, easy way to just put the parts in the bag and seal the bag and boom, done.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. It's interesting to me if those lots, like the bag of parts was hand picked. Like they just had boxes of bricks and somebody ordered one, so they had to go down the line and fill the bag up.
Yeah, I don't know what Samsonite did. I have to think they did, but you could see the videos from early Lego, and you have the ladies sitting there, and they have looks like us facing our drawers, except they just have little empty boxes, and they're just going along and putting them into the and then they were putting them in that checkerboard pattern. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about like the 2x4 brick boxes and stuff. Like
the 700s.
Yeah,
But I would imagine the parts boxes were similarly done. There's just
Yeah.
you grab a handful, or obviously you're
I
trying
wonder
to
what
count
the quality control was like back then. I wonder if there were errors, missing parts, extra parts.
it. Had to be, right?
Yeah.
It had to be. There's just no way around it. So I've been putting those parts boxes, Samsonite parts boxes, in. We can do a little experiment here. I've been putting them in Bricklink.
Okay.
And they've all been showing up, but go to Bricklink and see if you can find part 415.5.
What?
Wait a minute. 415?
Part? I'm looking for a part.
No, set. I'm sorry, a set. Hang on. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right number. I'm going to look on my store inventory.
Well, those were all under Model Maker. The three that are the
the craft ones. Oh, you'll never. Yeah. Good luck finding those. Even I know where they're at. And they're hard to find. Well,
what's the number?
It's 214.5. I just want to see if you guys can find that part.
0.5 or -5?
No, it's a decimal point.
On
Bricklink.
1x3x2 window and frame.
That's it. Now, is it for Samsonite or is it for just?
They have it under Classic Supplemental.
Right.
Yeah.
But
only one seller.
But it exists under the Samsonite as soon as I find it on mine.
So
right here.
Hang on. There's one that says original box, but there's none available.
Hang on. Share screen. Share that screen. That's not what you're seeing, or is it?
No.
I don't think they got a pic. They just showed the picture of the windows.
Well, this is the Samsonite Supplemental 214.5.
Okay. So if you click the, let's see. If you click anywhere on it, the 1x3 or the Classic or the Supplemental, it brings us to pretty much the same page, except
does that contain 12 windows?
Something like that, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Because ours has a different
I'm on Bricklink.
Ours has a different picture, and it's the only one available for us is in Canada.
Whoa.
Right. Well, I know where this one is because it's in my inventory and I can click on it from my inventory, but I cannot search it. I can't find it.
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you how to find it. It's got to have.
Oh, wait. It's 214.5-2.
Yeah, the -2 will be ignored for the most part when you try to search. You can try it though.
For all you listeners at home.
Well,
I can't find it when I do that.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of been my thing is I added this. I don't know if this is a mistake. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe they it's not showing pending approval.
No, it's cleared.
Okay, now I'm going to look at Samsonite. I keep trying to. Yours is on my screen, and I keep trying to click it.
Here, let me undo that.
That's okay. It's under Samsonite
Supplemental. Yes. My point is if you're going to find this, you're going to have to know.
Yeah.
Really have to drill down. You're not, and you can't. If you just type Samsonite in the search bar, you won't find it either.
Yeah.
So
I found it searching under Samsonite. BrickTrains has one, and you have yours listed at the same price as the other guy who doesn't have a picture of it, and it's just using the generic picture that came with it. And I have no idea if he even has the box.
Okay, but his his is listed as a Samsonite one, or is his generic
it's
European?
classic. His is under
Yeah.
classic. It's not Samsonite, so it may not even be Samsonite.
Right. I would say it's the class, because I've had some discussions with the guys at Bricklink, because they questioned me when I started uploading these. What are So I was explaining, and they already had some in there. They're like, if you look for the 220s, you'll find the Samsonite ones pretty easy. So yeah, I don't know. I'm all for helping and getting it updated and get it all in there, but then if
nobody's going to be able to find it, so but they can find it if they get to your store.
Yeah.
And so what you can do is make this a featured item in your store. So like if they come to the landing page, it's at the top.
Right.
So they may not, again, somebody searching for this is not going to find it yet,
right.
But maybe over time.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. It's been almost a month since I put this one in, and it's not shown up where you can search it. I think I don't know. We had the conversation before about should I put them on eBay or put them on Bricklink, and you had said, well, it helps the community, and I agree, and I don't have a problem helping the community, but at the same time, it's like, well, I have this one extra. I would like to sell it.
Yeah.
It's not critical.
Okay, I found a way to find it in a search.
Okay.
But it doesn't show any for sale.
Oh, that was the other thing. Yes. You found the other flaw. How you did it, but I was able to
search
find
1x3x2 window and frame. It doesn't show in the search. It doesn't show any for sale, but when you click on it, you see it for sale. Maybe it's just too new.
I guess that's what I'm hoping. The new stuff shows up right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm still waiting on some sets for them to upload the inventory.
Well,
that have been out for a while.
Yeah. The Walmart set where there's a story. The Walmart set, Earl, that you sent us, the two cars.
Yeah.
I ordered one, and for an obvious person. And like 2 days after I got that one, two more showed up just in a box from Walmart. They just showed up. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thanks, Walmart. I'll keep those. So I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But
sure you didn't order those and forget about it?
Like I did.
I couldn't find that it wasn't in my Walmart account. So if I ordered them and didn't remember it, that makes me fairly dumb, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But that means I didn't order it through my Walmart account because it doesn't show up my Walmart, and I didn't, and it also means that it went to, I don't know where it went if I paid for it. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I went to go to part those out. My point to this is I went to part those out into the store, and that's not available yet. Or no, it wasn't a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you part those out as the two sets that are inside of it?
I could, yes, they would be in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hadn't opened it up, which means also the little briefcase thing that's in there, the carrying case, is probably not in there yet either.
Right.
Because that's new to that set, right?
I think so. I think it's unique to that set.
Yeah. And who knows if it'll ever be anything else. That's one of those one-off. I haven't opened it up to look at it.
It looks on the box. It looks like it might be a pretty neat little case with the dividers that you can move around in it.
No, keep those.
Yeah.
So, did you find your other Star Wars set?
No, but
it's down there.
People found the video where I got it.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't add it to BrickSet, so I may not have added this one to BrickSet. But I don't know where it is. It's such a big box too.
Yeah,
it is.
That box with the cards in it is huge.
And that is
huge.
I wish I had bought more of those. That was such a good deal.
They're not still available?
I haven't looked.
I bet you they're still available.
Well, I'll check that later. You're spending my money again.
So, did you come up with which of these instructions are you missing?
I ordered the instruction for number 3.
Number 3.
Dr. T has the set number 2, but I think he pieced it together and had the instructions, and he's asking $80. I don't want to pay $80 for the instructions.
Yeah.
And then somebody else has number 1 for $30. So I'm going to play the long game. Just keep looking on Goodwill and in eBay, and maybe somebody will list one, or maybe somebody will list one on Bricklink. And I'm going to go ahead and just piece them together.
Do you need a bunch of binders for your instructions?
Not at this time. I need to fill up the ones I got first, but
yeah, I've got like 2 cases of 1-inch binders.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I bought them at Walmart for like 25 cents a piece.
The 1-inch ones would be good for like doing themes. If I did group some by themes, but I like the bigger ones for just doing things in numerical order. I hadn't even got to the big instructions yet.
Well, there is a binder out there that is big enough to hold like the large space ones, because they're really
you showed that out.
They stick out. Yeah,
that looks like an architectural.
It does. It is huge
binder or something,
and it's hard to store because it doesn't want to stand up. It's not thick enough to hold itself up. So then you got to put it between something. So if you ever run across those on Amazon's where I got it, and it holds the things, but it's always just wanting to collapse on itself.
Yeah,
it's not a great solution. So
I might end up leaving the bigger ones in the comic book boxes instead of. I wanted to try to do the binder thing, but I know I'm going to run into a problem with the
instructions are hard because there's so
many different sizes.
Yeah, and no matter what you do, even if you do a theme, like I got Long Ranger ones over there. Well, you got some that are like 8.5 by 12, and then you got some that are just like 4 by 2, and it's like it's terrible.
You know which one I hate the most are the teeny tiny ones.
The polybag ones.
Polybag instructions are the ones I hate the most. I'm thinking about just unfolding them into a page.
Yeah.
And putting them in the binder that way. Yeah, just do it like that.
Yeah. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, and I think it helps to keep, if you get it unfolded, I think it helps with the creasing and keeping it.
Yeah, it won't be as thick also, yeah.
Yeah, won't be as thick, no.
So I have a question for you. When you're putting together all these sets like you do, like you just did the AFoOL Tower, and you mentioned how you're going to go through and find the expensive parts, how do you quickly assess that? Because I've come across stuff where I'm like, oh, I'm going to piece this together, and I'll do what you did, grab pieces, and then I get up like, okay, so now I'm going to go to Bricklink and like, whoa. Maybe this was a bad idea.
yeah. And that's what happened with Cafe Corner. I mean, you get down, you think, oh, this, and you're just keeping your mind. You think, oh, that's a common part. That's a common part. And it turns out it's not a common part. So I did kind of look a few weeks ago. I had looked at AFoOL Tower, and I looked at the parts again that I thought would be hard to find, like the 8x16 tile, and there's that grill, that big plate that's like a grill, because it wasn't in very many sets. It was in a lot of space sets. The little the piece that looks like it's the bracket that looks like it'd go around the minifigure's neck.
Oh yeah.
It's got 100. So that right now that's my biggest obstacle. There's 100 of those.
Oh,
and so that it's finding that in quantity.
Right. Because that'll kill you in shipping.
Yeah, and this is something I learned about AFoOL Tower. There's different versions of it. And some have clear windows, some have trans black windows. So I don't know if I should go for the panels that are clear. They're either, and they don't have the side support. So they're not the modern panels, but they're either clear or trans black. And yeah, I don't know which one I should do. I don't even remember which one. I'm gonna have to see if I can find my old pictures of it to see if it had.
So is that because of like a rerun, not really a re-release, but just like a year later they were still producing it and they just ran?
Maybe they just changed the color, yeah. And even the antenna. So there's one antenna at the top. There's 3 different varieties of that. There's a chrome one, a clear one, and a light bluish gray one.
Well, you get to pick and choose what Eiffel Tower you want, I guess.
Yeah, gotcha. And so the question, to answer Mardigrasman's question, the easiest way I have found to assess the price is to use BrickTsar. So that's the software I use on my computer. I import the set, and then I don't have it on this computer, so I can't do it. But then just and then part it out on BrickTsar, then import the average prices, and then sort it by price, and you'll see which ones are expensive. Yeah.
BrickTsar.
So I also heard you mention that there was a couple pieces you may substitute for.
Now,
yeah, I'm notorious for doing that,
Yeah,
but you're not. So
well, I substitute as long as it doesn't affect the build. So the jumpers, I think that's going to be one that I'll have to substitute because it. I think I got an Amber Alert. Yeah, Amber Alert. The gray ones, the dark bluish gray ones, all of them in the inventory show without the groove. And but I can get the modern ones that have the axle thing on the bottom with the groove, and I don't think it matters for the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, it depends on how many of them. It's going to depend on how many of them are grouped together. Because if you get a bunch of them, it may look like a line.
I don't think stuff like that would matter unless you're trying to resell it as a
right.
I don't. That's why I'm the it'll call for a 1x8, and I'll use 2 1x4s.
Well, I parted my train shed together because I didn't want to pay for it, and I remembered it now when I looked at it, but we were talking about it at some point. I went back to look at mine to look for like that little bitty silver piece. It was you were talking about that.
I can't find it in the instructions.
Yeah, well, I have mine, but I realized I have the wrong color doors. So I was like, "Uh-oh, I need to fix that." So I went to Bricklink, and I want to fix the doors, and then I went, "No, I'm not."
That's right. I think is it that set? I did a set. It might have been one of the train sets where the doors, if they opened left, they were one price, but if they opened right, they were so much cheaper. So I just said, well, I think I'm just going to figure out how to invert these doors.
Just going to open right.
Yeah, it's kind of
when it's your stuff. It's that stuff is perfectly fine as far as it's yours. So you do what you want. And I said, I'm not changing.
And this is why I don't want to buy used sets on eBay, because you could pay the
premium
price, and then you get it, and it's somebody who substituted the parts,
and
maybe not even intentionally.
Right, I was getting ready to
say it might be somebody who's selling it secondhand who has no idea.
Yeah.
See, before I knew about different molds, so I was a big castle collector from 80. I think about 86 is when I started buying the castle, because I couldn't buy them when they first came out. But I would just build them and take them apart and put them all in the same box again. But it's like after a certain point over the years, there ends up being different molds of pieces. So if I rebuild the set, it's very possible I could rebuild it and not know that I'm actually using parts that weren't from that time period. But I didn't care.
Right.
Then.
Yeah, I always try if I'm parting together something that's really old, like like one of these sets, you kind of want to get the old pieces, but at the same time, I'm buying, and I have probably almost all of those pieces in vintage, but I can't build that, so I'm going to go ahead and get the new pieces so that I can actually have a displayable version. But you kind of want to have the right vintage. I do. If I don't.
Yeah.
If it's going on my layout.
With the bus, I think some of the parts, well, even the vintage parts probably weren't all correct vintage. Some of them were probably like 70s parts.
Right.
But I think I did use a few modern, like 1x1s or something. But if you look at that bus up close, and you'll be able to see it when you go to Brick Fair. But yeah, it's not the best quality bricks either that I used. I just used what I had. I would like to fix the windows where they're all the same, but I didn't have all the. I don't know what you call those that have the longer lip.
You may need to buy Joey's parts box.
Oh, is it in white? Let me see. What color is it?
Oh,
Contains 12 windows. You don't put the color.
well,
What color is this?
hang on. It's in the description. I got to get back to it. Box contains 12. Oh, I did.
It says contain 12 windows.
White windows, indicated white parts box.
Oh, white
box contains 12 windows.
Okay.
Does have a pamphlet. Yeah.
But it's.
What kind of windows do you need? I'll get. I got bags.
The 3 wide.
The 3 wide with the long lip, or the
with the long 3 wide and 4 wide. I don't know. I need about 5 of each.
Okay, I will see what I got.
And so 1 by 4 by 3 and 1 by 3 by 3. I think I forget how they.
So okay, if we're gonna take these, we're gonna take them to Brick Fair.
Yeah, I'll take mine.
Okay. So what are we gonna do
in the windmill?
Julian's gonna do. He's doing the peach lug or whatever, the new lug that he's got going on.
Yeah. So he changed from pink to peach?
No, I think he's still taking the pink castle as far as I know.
Well, it's like peach lug. They actually do stuff like go to shows, and they do train shows, and they do a lot of stuff actually, or at least they did before the pandemic.
So have you already talked to Todd about the size of your display, what you're doing, or did you? Because I noticed your.
I've never talked to Todd before.
Never.
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't know how you put your.
I just figured out when I get there. Yeah, I think I put that I needed a table.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah.
That's all I'll need is for everything that I have, because it's going to take the tipper truck. I'm going to take. I got some very, very small mocks and the whole tipper truck army thing.
I think the tipper truck army is going to be fairly big.
Yeah, but I can stack them. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. I just kind of thought that it was going to be a big.
Are you going to frame your blueprints and?
Oh,
like just in an 8x10 frame or whatever, just so they can stand on the table behind the model?
I could be okay. I'll see if they'll fit in one of the hard displays. That I got those that are for comic books. I think you can stand them up pictures. Yeah. I'll see how they fit in those. They may be too big.
They're going to be odd because
they're not 8.5.
They're not 8x10. They're not 8x. They're like.
Yeah,
and they're not even 8.5 by 14 either. I know that won't fit in my scanner on my printer, so they're more than 8.5. Because that's what I was when I started ordering the part. What do I do with that? I'd lose my mind if it wasn't attached to my brain.
Yeah,
but yeah, I went to, and that's about all I could get.
Yeah,
when I was doing the parts.
That Dr. T, man, he's
always got the stuff.
I've already spent so much money from him, but I want to get that Anna Miranda and Mark book that you got. I want to get it so bad, but I don't want to pay the $175.
Does he still have one?
He's got one for $175.
Oh man,
how much did you pay for that one?
I don't remember. It wasn't that much.
Yeah.
I got mine out. I paid almost as much in shipping as I did for the book.
It was still probably around 100, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I was thinking the book was like 30 or 40. It was an auction. And then I ended up paying like $30 or $40 for shipping. It was crazy because I don't remember where. And in the middle of,
So I need to do a wanted for 2022 video, and that'd be one of them. And speaking of, so these model maker Velveeta sets you've been doing, I've been noticing in the background. I've been noticing it before, but your car transporter. The 4-car transporter. It's at 157, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. You make me have to double check.
Okay.
Come on, you're BrickTsar. You know everything.
I don't know
everything if I just looked it up.
Well, don't tell our secrets. Okay, what do you want to know about it?
You have a box that has color.
I do, yes. And that was okay, yes.
So those also came in brown.
Yes.
Mailers.
Sears exclusive. Supposed to be. I think that's what BrickTsar even says, that it's a Sears exclusive. Let's see. Yeah,
I
US
think yours
exclusive.
is more valuable than that one then.
Probably. Came in a full color box, sold in stores later in a plain brown mailer box.
Okay,
sold
so
from the catalog.
Okay.
So I think if it
maybe
hit,
yours is more common. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it obviously for a while was sold through the catalog. If it was sold through the catalog, then it was in a brown
Okay.
Now I don't know how much that stuff was in stores. Yeah. So do you know that it's really this video? I haven't actually shot this video yet, but it's coming up in a couple weeks. But
for that set,
yeah, I'm gonna probably shoot it for this weekend. I'll shoot it this weekend, but it'll be in a couple weeks in my list of videos to shoot. But those 4 cars are not the HO Lego cars.
What?
They're not.
Huh? You gotta be kidding.
No. So here's what happened. Samsonite, right? Because this is a Samsonite set. It's not a Lego set. Samsonite had this. It could have had some in the very, very beginning. It could have had some HO cars on it. But Lego said, we're not making the HO cars anymore. And Samsonite says, yeah, but we're making this truck. We need cars. And Lego said, but we're not making the HO cars anymore. Lego or Samsung said, yeah, but we're making this truck, so we need cars. So these are British toys from a British toy company.
What's
and
the
Lego
brand?
said,
oh, you'll tell. I'll learn when we watch your video.
Well, over there. What he wanted to do was he wanted to look on eBay.
Yeah, well, you.
No, I have received different manufacturers of these cars when I've bought lots on eBay.
Yeah,
so I'm wondering if it's one of those.
It might be some of the ones you throw in the junk pile.
Never throw anything in the junk pile.
Never, yeah. It is a common British toy.
Okay.
They are much cheaper. They are much.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, well, this is doable. So this means, as the case is with a lot of vintage sets, the inventory on Bricklink is probably wrong.
Probably.
Somebody has on it that it has 2 cars.
Really?
And they're HO scale cars, which probably didn't come in it.
They're HO scale, but they're not the HO scale
Lego
cars that Lego made, right? Yeah, I'm gonna look at it here. Yeah, because somebody's got a picture. Oh, yeah. They're showing the black Carmen Ghia.
Yeah,
and the VW.
They probably just looked at the picture and said, "Oh, I think that's what it is."
Mm-hmm. And you're right, it is. It's only showing 2: one Carmen Ghia and one VW.
And
how many is it supposed to come with?
4.
The box shows the color box that he has, and the instructions show 4. And it's, even though the truck is small, it's probably still expensive to piece together because it's got those waffle bottom gray plates.
Gray plates, yeah. Well, here, let me show a picture of it just so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, and nobody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And this will be, Joey will be, is that your picture?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, those are definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, okay, here's the thing. Now I know why the inventory shows the 2 cars.
Okay.
Look at the box. Those 2 cars look like the 2 white, but then you can't see the other one because
you can't see the red one there. But if you look in this side panel here, are you seeing my mouse?
You see 4 cars. Okay,
you see 4 cars. Yeah.
But those look like the 2 those are different than what you got.
They are.
Yes. And the
look at the instructions.
There's 3 different things here.
Look at the instructions.
What's on the instruction and what's on the box.
Yeah, there's 3 pictures.
Yeah, you can see the different color blue. Is that a green one hiding underneath there, or is that a black one?
Under where?
He's got a green. Scroll your. Wait a minute, I'm blocking.
Okay, so on the box, you see the car on the top.
That one.
Now look on the instructions. It's in between there on the bottom level.
Is
that the one in the instructions is a
convertible
top? Yeah, and the other's a convertible.
Yeah.
And is that black or is that emerald green?
I think it's black.
It looks black.
Yeah. And then you got 2. These pictures on the instructions and on the box, I believe, are Lego cars, but the cars that came with the set are not.
Oh, okay. I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy this set sealed?
No.
Then how do you know?
Well, okay. So the reason,
Where'd you get the story? The Samsonite story, talking to Lego.
You have some
Gary
Providence?
Eistock.
Okay, then I believe you.
Yeah.
So you have the Providence.
Yeah, Gary said.
If Gary said it, it's probably true.
Probably. I mean,
There's
another guy we need to get on.
Do you have a signed document proving that?
No, I don't have a signed document.
So before you do your video, do me a favor and fix that tire on your trailer. You're about to have a blowout.
Oh wow! I have never noticed that.
It's either the tire is coming off or it's a dually on a single wheel thing.
I think it's a dually on a single wheel.
I have found so many of those.
Oh yes, that is awesome. I'll have to upload a new picture to Bricklink or BrickTsar now. Oh,
awesome!
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that video.
Okay,
and that's another one on my wanted list. So.
Well, I have the other Velveeta to come out. I have that set, and then this one yet to do, and then I think that covers all of the mini wheel stuff from Samsonite. Model maker mini wheel. And you kept saying the vehicle, and I was trying to think, because we call it the mini wheel.
On the Velveeta box, it says mini vehicle,
right? But then on the instructions, I don't know if it's a focus.
It says mini wheel.
Yeah,
and all the other ones say mini wheel. But I love that box, that Velveeta box. I'm glad you did the video, and I'm glad I bought the boxes.
Did you happen to notice that in the series, in the second one, there's a camper?
Yeah. Allegedly.
That's
what they call it. Well,
that's what they call it. Yeah.
The trailer, you say
it's a camper van, and then it's a vehicle with trailer or something.
Well, that's a pop-up camper, man. It's pulling a pop-up camper.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd pull a picture up of that, but that's so hard to find on, because you can't just type 1 or 2 in. You get, I'm going to actually get it.
I type model maker in, and it pulls those up.
Yeah.
At the top, because of their low numbers.
Right. Here it is. I would get better.
I need to go ahead and piece those together. I think I can get everything.
The only thing special is the windows, and of course it has the.
It's the old style of the coupler.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. There's going to be these sloped clear bricks. Is there a modern version? Because this has that heavy texture on it.
Yeah, I got a lot of the old ones. Yeah.
Well, and this is the one too. The 4x4 plate was just released. These were like 70 or 71 or whatever, and the 4x4 plate was released in like 70 or 71, whatever it was. So these are some of the first sets to use. And I thought it was kind of interesting that Samsonite was using the 2x4 plates, especially with the
4x4. You said the same
4x4,
yeah. We've been
consistently wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Stop screen sharing.
Yeah. Looking at the show notes, it seems there's something that we don't never talk about that's been on the show notes since we started.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know. It's one of these in case we run out of topics.
Okay.
But, we need to talk about bringing back the vault.
Okay. Is that?
Yeah, I think we need to. We got off of that because of the bracket.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can definitely bring back the vault.
Feature a vintage set.
Yeah.
So we could rotate each week, different person, or would we? Ooh. Yeah, just be one set, or do we do 3 sets, or do 1 week I do one week you?
I like I think each week one of us brings a set.
Yeah, be like
show and tell.
Like every 3-week homework assignment.
Yeah. Well, I found out something today building an old set. So I was building one of the large vehicle sets that had the 6 wide ones from the 60s and 70s. This probably was 70s. It's the steam shovel. and it's got the little crank
Mm-hmm.
piece for the string. My string, I didn't know it. I bought this used, but the string had come off of and was between where the silver bar goes through the red drum,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it wouldn't turn.
Oh,
And I just
no.
pulled that steel bar out. It came completely out. I was able to pull it out. So I didn't know those separated.
Yeah.
So I was able to fix it.
So yeah, I'm trying to think. Is that how that was designed to be attached? Was the string, the bar just kind of held the string in place, or did you have to knot it?
You had to tie it in a knot. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, these old sets, they're finicky to build, and then when you're using old parts, like you're not wanting to do those blueprints with the new ones.
Well,
I put a clear piece on. I'm like, this isn't CA. This is not cellulose acetate, and it's still not wanting to connect.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if they shrank, but even the ABS, some of the old ABS don't want to snap in. Oh, and what was it that I was building? I was building something with no tubes, or yeah, you don't have any tubes, so you get like a 1x8, and it can just kind of slide anywhere in the thing. So you got to be real careful when you put it on there. If you're not, I can't remember what I was building, but I kept messing that up.
So at one time, could you get like 3 or 4 different, the patent pending bricks, the Samsonite bricks, the tube? Could you get at one time a variety of different bricks?
You mean in a set?
In a single set?
Well, maybe different sets from the same year.
I think even in the same set you would get. It was Samsonite.
Samsonite, you would, yeah.
It's potpourri or whatever you want to call it.
Yes. Potpourri. Yes, it was very much. They literally just, yes, they're just whatever they had on hand, they threw in. And there are some of those. Okay, remember the parts boxes that they made at the very end? They were just
the
it was a clear little, yeah, and it just had tons and tons of there. I have some of those, and I have 2 of them. And they're open. I get it, but the parts in them look really new, and they are just crazy mixed up kinds of parts.
Are you talking about the Imagination sets, or are you talking about the Sears ones that were?
I guess
I haven't seen the box for the Sears ones.
Hang on, let me see if I can find the picture. Samsonite, because my picture will be on BrickTsar, so I'll be able to see it real quick. Yeah, it was a little clear, and I've seen multiple boxes. I've seen a different box the other day on the internet, and it was a completely different style, but the ones I have are a clear box with like a paper sleeve over it.
Really?
Yep.
I've not seen this.
Okay. I think you've done the video with those. It's like a clear.
I've done the video before, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You talk. Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
It's like a clear plastic box. The parts are in the box, and then the cardboard sleeve goes over the plastic box.
And it has the set information.
And the box actually looks like it would stack onto another box without the sleeve.
Yeah, they're kind of like a.
Or maybe that's just what it looks
jewelry
like
box or something. Through the TV. I don't know why that hit me funny, but okay, so I'm not going to be able to. All right,
that's okay.
Now I found it.
What's the set number?
693.
Oh, 693.
I was going to see if I don't have an extra image in there. That's just the cardboard sleeve that goes over the whole thing.
Okay. I got something similar to that.
Well, hang on. Let me go get it so I can show it to you. Hang on.
Okay. I got to see what BrickTrains has for sale in his stores. Does he have anything on my wanted list?
You may be surprised. Dead air.
He's got a few things.
Yeah, I keep waiting. I'm thinking that you're going to screen share, and I can see what you're looking
Oh,
at.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could.
It's the wrong. I'm still looking at Joey's picture, waiting for your screen to pop up.
Let's see what he's got.
Let's see.
Make yourself big.
Yeah, that's what I was going to try and do. Ta-da! Okay, that's the box.
Oh, that's bigger than I thought it was.
Oh,
yeah, that's not what I thought.
Wow, I don't have one like that. So this is one of the this is the one I think you talked about before, where they just put a bunch of pieces in there.
Yes,
and there's no way that all of these were the same.
No,
they just filled it up with a bunch of. What kind of green pieces does yours have?
There's 2x2s, and then the 4x4.
Oh,
2x4.
So those are actually from that time period. Those would have been rare at that time.
Yes.
That actually looks like somebody opened up a tote of bulk and just said, "Fill this tray up."
Yeah, so I think Samsonite was just trying to get rid of stuff.
They lost the contract, and they were literally. It just says bulk assortment.
Yeah.
No idea. And then this one here is a little bit worse shape. It's a little broken.
Oh, wow. So that's like if you went and got a pick-a-brick cup and they just put a bunch of random parts in it. That's exactly what that is.
Yep.
I'm surprised you don't use those sorting trays.
They're fragile. When I hold them, you can kind of
hear
them.
Hard. They're rigid plastic. So
they're rigid, yeah.
So, I forgot what I was going to ask.
This one belonged to Donald Holly. Donald Holly.
Right when people write their name on their stuff.
Yeah.
Yours now.
Yeah, it's mine now. So. I got new business cards for the.
There you go.
And then they got the
QR code.
QR code for YouTube and the Bricklink store.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it up there again. See if my camera's not working.
Wait, let me get out of that.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yeah, it went to BrickTrains.
Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was going to.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're good.
I did the BrickTrains one, not the YouTube.
I thought it was going to your YouTube.
It went to the Bricklink.
Yeah, one goes to Bricklink, one goes to YouTube. So
make that your screensaver for your thumbnails.
Yeah, my thumbnails.
Yeah, I did a QR code in a video one time, and somebody was like, "Well, how am I supposed to scan it?" Because you were.
Was that the one you like the mosaic you built?
Yeah.
Those are cool. Yeah.
Some people have more than one device.
Yeah, watching it on my phone while I'm trying to scan it. That makes it a little tough.
In the early days of YouTube, I think I did most everything on a computer, and now it's almost exclusively on a phone.
Yeah.
See, that still amazes me that you do so much of it on a phone, because I have such a hard time with my.
I mean, I do it all on my phone, and then after I upload it, I'll go on my laptop and I'll put like the notes in it and publish it. But I don't know how you do all that editing. You talk about it so fast and so easy.
It's a routine. So I do clip. I can clip stuff out.
You do it all on iMovie too, right?
Yeah. Occasionally there are things that I'll end up like if I have had a couple times where I messed up the audio. And I had to go to the computer because then in the computer I can sync things up better. But yeah, I try to keep things simple. I have thought of cutting out more of the dead air, like when I'm thinking while I'm talking. But I just try to talk constantly so that I don't have to edit anything out. And if I make a mistake, I just roll with it.
Oh yeah. And so I shoot mine either on my phone or from the GoPro or I have the Canon, the big Canon camera that's just set up permanently in there. And I don't know, I guess I have gotten used to just doing it to the computer But and that's where you've gotten used to doing it from the phone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you were to transition to the phone, you'd be like, I can't do this. It's going to take too
Yeah.
long.
I can't do
Well,
it. No.
plus you're usually syncing 3 different shots.
Me,
yeah.
and using Adobe, that's literally just click a button, and you'll see it every once. I've done it. I've left it in the videos before where you do the 3 times, and that's what it does. And then each camera has its own audio, and then I have the wireless, so I have 4. And they all sync at one time, and then I can literally, as I'm just scrolling through, just pick which scene I want. It just kind of looks like but I would be lost if I couldn't do that anymore. My YouTube channel would change the way it looks because of the way I would edit, right?
Yeah.
I would, but again, I just got used to the way I'm doing it. There was something I was gonna, while we were on this subject, I don't know. I forgot
YouTube or editing or.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The big news, did you get your AT-AT so you could get the lightsaber giveaway?
I think they have mailed it.
Oh, it's on the way.
Yeah, I got a notification, but I did. I
still have a set on back order from Double
Let me see if I saved the screenshot. This was
before Double VIP.
I was trying to decide if I was going to do this when I do the video, but I may have. Oh man, I may have deleted it. Yeah, I got the order number. What time was it? Oh yeah, Friday, 12:01 a.m. This has never, ever happened. And even in the days before everybody was on Lego.com, I remember when the Black Friday deals would come, or they would have a special clearance sale that they had announced. It's like you could go on there all night long and order stuff. It'd take it a little while before it would sell out, but you still couldn't check out super quick. I had my AT-AT. You couldn't put it in the cart until 12 o'clock. You put it in the cart at 12 o'clock. By 12:01, I was checked out.
Wow.
No lagging, no site crashing, no trouble processing your payment. I had it all done in 1 minute.
I wonder if you were just that
I think I did
fast.
it early enough.
Yeah, if that was, or if you were that fast, that fast, you were one of the first few, or if they actually fixed the site.
No, because later it was slow.
But I was going to say, because that has got to be, no matter what retail company, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're selling something online and you can't handle the rush, you're in trouble.
Did you heard about the Spider-Man tickets?
Yes. My son was trying to get them, and he wasn't able to get them, and he tried for hours. There was a problem with the website, I guess.
So they went on sale Thursday night at midnight.
Yeah.
I think it was, or Monday night, whatever night it was. They went on sale at midnight. And we had the AMC Movie Pass, and we usually go see new releases on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, for Infinity War, Endgame, it doesn't matter. The theater is, at best, half full on Thursday night, because most people don't even realize it releases on Thursday.
I know, they wait till Friday.
So I'm sitting around lunchtime. I'm like, okay, and I had forgot about it, and I see the email or whatever. So it was sold out on the 6 o'clock, except for the bottom 2 rows where nobody wants to sit. I was like, oh man, I'm messed up here. So I went ahead and got some for Friday, which is off to the side. Then I went back to the later show on Thursday, and I mean, it crashed. Then you start hearing stories about it crashed the site, and in some places they're sold out for like the whole opening weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. So Jacob always gets the opening night tickets. He's got the app, and he couldn't get it to check out because he wanted to see it in IMAX. And so my son-in-law was able to get some tickets, but not in IMAX. So we are going to be able to go on opening day, but not in the theater we wanted to go to, the screen. Right. Same theater, different screen.
That's not been, that.
So that's just, it doesn't matter what company, if it's the right item, the traffic's gonna
Right.
And I think Lego was moving along pretty good until all these stupid YouTubers started promoting Lego for them.
Good news, bad news for them, right?
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. If they can't look, Amazon doesn't go down, right? I mean, that's like
YouTube doesn't usually. I mean, YouTube's had a few crashes, but it's like
right.
Yeah, but Lego doesn't go down on an everyday basis.
No,
It goes
it's just
down
when
on a
there's
release. See, Amazon doesn't have a release like that.
yeah.
No, but their Black Friday. I mean, the whole world is hitting them on their Black Friday, and they don't have. You don't see lags or anything.
I don't know though, because it's not like you're waiting till midnight on a certain date, because.
Well, also, I didn't pay attention to it this year, but I know in the past Amazon's done stuff. Not everything is all at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Some of their stuff is kind of spread out.
Stagger it.
Mm-hmm. So the deals change through the day.
You haven't built the other two yet, have you?
No.
Are you not building them because you don't have?
I don't have
any idea where to put them.
I don't have a place to put them.
Yeah.
So if we can work that out, then I'll build them, or I'll build one of them. I think somebody else is going to build the other ones. I think I want to build the AT-AT.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I want to build.
Well, you got a lot of work to do with the Titanic.
That's the one I'm starting next.
The coolest thing I've seen is somebody took a Millennium Falcon and they kind of made like a little coffee table.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen those displays.
That's
from dust too.
Yeah.
Dust, the evil enemy.
So, did you see the BrickTsar article about the AT-AT? About the kind of, I want to say, illegal building technique, but and I never really thought much about this in recent years. I did as a kid because there were certain elements. There was a car base that if you put a 2x2 brick in it, or 2x2 plate in it, you were about not going to be able to get it out without pliers. You'd have to get pliers to pull it out.
You're talking about the can't be taken apart.
Yeah, the can't be taken apart build, which Lego tries to avoid doing, or they make a workaround where you can push something through to push the piece out or something. That's why certain pieces will have a random hole. You're like, why is this hole here?
Right.
But they get the piece where it goes through one of those axle bricks, the square rectangular axle bricks, and then once you put it in, you can't really get it out unless you use a knife or something.
Oh, because it went into a blind hole and there's no way to grab it. I see.
Yeah.
Well, there's kind of a little there's a little community. I don't even know how you would get to them, but of people who try to just take system bricks or Technic bricks or whatever, and something you could build, but it will not come back apart because once it snaps together, the pieces are locked in.
If you could build what's the largest build you could build where you couldn't
take it apart?
That would be an interesting challenge.
Yeah, it would definitely be a challenge.
Yeah. So I got a question. Okay. So we talk a lot about old stuff because this is the AFoOL podcast. What is vintage?
There's a can of worms.
Yeah.
25 years.
This is going to be a topic. I think I want to do a video on this at some point. But I've heard that 25 years. I've heard 50.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard 40.
Well,
I've heard the 90s are vintage.
So what's retro?
I've heard classic. There's classic, retro, vintage. Antique is obviously, I think, traditionally older.
See, I would think truly. I would think if you're thinking vintage, I would think like pre-80s. And I would consider 80s retro.
So if you have wine from your favorite winery that came out in 2021, you know what that is?
Vintage.
It's 2021 vintage. Or vintage 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because technically,
that's what the word means.
Yes.
It literally is derived from wine. The Latin it's all about wine. So everything else is what I always get the words subjective and objective mixed up. The one where it's your opinion or one where it's a fact. Like objectively, video is bad. Everybody hates it. Subjectively, people don't like Star Wars because they just don't like it.
Well,
So
maybe
there's
we
a big I don't want to say that there's not a debate. Maybe I could create a debate, but is 2005 vintage? Is Earl said pre-80s?
Well, yes. So yes. So the way
I just think, I mean, I'm just thinking about the style of building, I guess.
Yeah,
because
and that's another definition of vintage. It's like if think of like a designer, and that's I can't. Do you know any Lego designers by name? Like it's a vintage Jamie design.
Right.
That's what the cafe corner is. That's vintage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like it's so in that case, it's almost like it was the way he used to do it versus the way he does it now, or something, right?
Yeah.
And that's the way you're talking about it then.
And the vintage can also mean better, or like a quality of build or style. So there's different definitions of vintage, and I always throw that word around, like vintage Lego. I'm usually thinking of old.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But is it 80s? To me, 80s can be, and that's over 40 years ago. If you go all the way back to 81, 80 now, it's hard to believe.
Right, because now it's hard to say that. Oh my gosh, to say something that I had as a kid would be. Yeah. Are we slowly scooting into the antique? Because I think antique. If we're gonna look at like what's vintage, what's antique, what's retro, I think antique is older than vintage or retro.
Yeah. I think that's universally accepted definition, whatever you determine the years are. With cars, I think antique is like really, really, really old, like 100 years.
Well, I think in some so like trains, Lionel trains, you have things like post-war, pre-war, and then there's something, I don't know what the newest modern one, and those are kind of obviously set based on a time frame. You got World War I, and then prior to that or whatever. But I think cars kind of have the same thing too. There's a time frame where they say like whatever 1960s and before is whatever antique or something. I know that's not right, but Legos and a lot of things in pop culture seem to have a sliding scale. Obviously, what is antique and vintage to us and retro, to me and you, Jabbo, may be different than even than Earl, and then it's different to Jacob, and it's different to my daughter, who's even younger.
Yeah, it comes down to it. It's really an opinion.
It is, yes.
But I would like to open this. I want to try. A lot of times I'll get a video idea in my head, but I can't deliver on what's in my head. But I took a bunch of screenshots today of different websites and their definition of vintage and how different they are.
Oh, wow.
But I want to pick the things out of it that I like talking about the quality of the design, the designer, or how much wine you had to drink or something.
I had a vintage 74.
Yeah. I just say, because we all have talked about the things that from our childhood that appeals to us. And that's, vintage, our childhood. And the people today that are younger than us, that are growing up in their, the early 2000s, that was their nostalgia period. And it's funny when I see somebody looking at a 2010 catalog and they're just, the nostalgia. And I'm like, that seemed like yesterday to me.
Yes.
I always look at technology. I mean, did you ever I can remember when I was a kid that we had they were like it was really before Game Boys you had the arcade like countertop Pac-Man. Remember that? It had the big D batteries and the screen. It was a Pac-Man. They had Pac-Man and Frogger maybe. And the
Right.
games really weren't that good. And now you take your phone and you can watch any football game you want.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You used to have to find it on the radio to listen to a game. Now it's
the technology has
It's just like
I watched this video from Destin, Smarter Every Day.
Smarter Every Day. Yep.
Yeah, he's a great YouTuber, and he was talking about the punchline of his video was Shorts is a what do you call it? Shorts is a race to the bottom. but he was talking, and speaking of, I'm tying this in to what we were talking about earlier, the Eiffel Tower. So he had this old print or a glass slide, which was I guess a film style of the Eiffel Tower from years ago. And then he had the guy in France that was a photographer go and take a picture of modern times. But first, before he did all that, he actually had all these different landmarks, but he showed him the Eiffel Tower. He's not, so what's different about this than today? And the guy was like, there aren't people making selfies. There actually were no people hardly at all in the old picture.
Wow. Is this his current video that just came out today?
Just dropped recently. I don't know if it was today. I
hadn't seen that one yet, and I usually watch all of this.
Sorry, spoilers.
No.
Spoiler alert.
No.
But yeah. I like the point that he made, because I think it's the way all of us here approach our YouTube is like, we make it because we make what we want to make.
Right.
Whereas a lot of people that are in it, they get molded by the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to do this because this is what the algorithm wants. And he doesn't want to be like that. He doesn't want somebody to tell him, or he wants to be who he is, not what the algorithm's trying to make him.
His videos come off as like these super high quality, some guy in his bedroom making a video. I mean, everything he does, he's put a lot of work into it and stuff, but he always has that feel like he just sat down like, look what I figured out,
it's much better quality than what we do, but you're like, I think I could do that.
Yeah, well, it's just a testament to his. But then you see, and I'm not saying anything bad about but a lot of these YouTubers in the Lego community that do really, really well, but they feel very, very similar because they, like you said, the algorithm is.
I saw somebody just blatantly copied Brick Experiment channel.
Oh, really?
Except they're using gray bricks instead of red bricks.
Red bricks.
They're doing good. I'm going to do exactly the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
It's even the same style of video, like the quick clips,
right,
of the build and stuff. And I'm like, just do your own thing.
Yeah. I ended up, and I guess letting the algorithm. I don't know that I let the algorithm change me, but I did take all the because there's 22 hey Dakota joke things. I think only 12 of them went public. They'll all go public over eventually. The same. They'll all go public, but I quit putting them to my subscription feed, so they'll still go public. You'll be able to find them and stuff. But
I'm glad you space them, and they fit with your channel. Now, I didn't mean to say that like, oh, Joey's been doing shorts.
Yeah. But I think it was actually hurting the metric of my channel. And ever since I've done that, I've actually started gaining subscribers again. When you
took it off the subscription feed, you started getting that sounds ironic.
Yeah, but it actually sounds smart.
Yeah.
Because if you take it off the subscription feed, then a lot of people are seeing it aren't the subscribers like we are. Right. So it's like, that's actually pretty, what is it, counterintuitive?
Counterintuitive. We'll see. We'll see what it does. I mean, I like them, but but of course it's my grandson, so we're just having fun. And
well, I think he's starting to catch on to you.
Oh, he is.
There's first handful, he was cracking up. Now he's like,
no, he started. Yeah, he started thinking about him, and it's like he got me when he asked it. Well, when I said something about gobbler, he's, well, what's a cobbler? I was like, okay, this ain't working no more. Oh, yeah. What a mess.
Good times. Good times.
Yes, it is. So
that's going to be fun for him years from now to look back on.
Right. I'm doing it. One of the, let's see, the vlog will be out before this, maybe vlog number 4. At any rate, I'm doing some video of the train shows that we used to do. This is from 2018. So I'm recutting them together, and there's some train crashes in there that, and I don't know how it's going to finally come out when I get done with it, but there's pictures of Dakota in there when he's like this.
Oh,
so
wow.
It'll be interesting there.
Yeah.
I kind of miss doing the train shows.
So I talked about Yellowstone in a recent video. I want to see if I can find the pictures and video that I have from that. I know it's going to be very low quality. I mean, but I like to
How long ago was that?
2006.
Wow.
So that's 15 years ago, almost 16 years ago.
So that's
talking about technology. Just think about what you were taking up pictures with 15 years ago versus.
We didn't have phones to take pictures with. I remember I had the first phone that I had that had a camera. I tried to take pictures, and they would be like, "Oh, this is horrible." Even like trying to do eBay stuff was hard.
Yeah,
I literally was using a scanner, and sometimes I would take pictures with a film camera, develop them,
scan the picture,
scan them
for eBay.
Yes, I did that.
Wow,
in the early days of eBay, because a digital camera was so expensive.
Oh yeah, or you could get one that wasn't so expensive, but the picture looked like it was a postage stamp.
It'd only be good like this size.
Yeah. It was a good thumbnail, but that was full res. It's like
so a lot of the early lists. In fact, my first few listings didn't even have a picture, just as a description. Can you imagine buying that and buying on eBay like that? It's not even allowed to not. You have to have an image.
Well, no. Sometimes somehow somebody gets around it because it'll say image coming soon.
Well, that's their image.
Yeah.
You have to put something there.
Oh,
and that's what they do. And that's like that. That's one thing I wish that eBay would crack down on when people do that. Just, all right, you're banned.
Yeah.
Well,
or the my favorite thing is finding listings that are pictures from people's videos.
Yeah,
I've seen like if it's Star Wars set, you're likely to get a M&R Productions.
The one I hate are you'll see a picture of the box, and there's no other pictures.
Yeah,
it's like, so what are you trying to tell me? You really don't have this in your hands, and you're gonna,
or it's a stock image.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I hate stock. According to the rules,
you're not supposed to do that.
You don't use the stock image on a used item. You can use the stock image if you have the unopened item
sealed.
But I still want to see pictures of it. I don't want to see a stock image.
But I would say 90% of the listings that aren't new that use a stock image don't even have the box.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I've been trying to get Lego Loco sealed again. I had it at one time. We opened it. I got the open box, but I don't have the train set that was in it. But I've been looking for that on eBay. I see so many listings that show the box, but it's only for the disc of the game.
And you're wanting,
I'm wanting a sealed box of the set. And
the little
I can't even find somebody that has. I found one guy that actually had the box, but he didn't have the train set in it. The little
the hand card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so many listings, and it shows the box with the hand card as the thumbnail. Then you click on it, and it's like it's not that. So all those are in violation of use of that picture because they're stock image, but it's not what it is.
Not what it is.
Is that the only set that torso's in?
I think so. The what do they call that guy?
That's the yellow torso with the train arrow image.
Yeah, I don't know what his name was. He had a name though
something. Is it the train master?
Railroad employee.
Oh, that's not it. That's what they call them. Yeah, they do. They call him railroad employee. That's
railway. Yeah.
You play the game. He's something else.
Yeah, he's got a yeah.
The torso is only in that set. Yeah.
Well, do we
I guess we'll
some comments?
Yeah. Oh yeah. People watch our videos
occasionally.
Yeah, we get a few people who make it to the end. I usually click on it like 3 or 4 times after it uploads to see if people are leaving us comments. And I'll listen to about 15 or 20 minutes of it, sometimes more.
Well, let's do a little experiment. Post orange in the comments if you watched this part of the video.
Aren't you glad you got this far?
Aren't you glad? That's the old joke I got Dakota with when you say banana. Knock, knock, who's there? Banana. Knock, knock, who's there? Banana. And then finally you say orange. He usually, Pablo, stop saying banana. Oh.
Let's see, Joey. You were up to 913 subscribers. We are so close. So close.
913. Oh, huh.
So close.
Yeah.
You need to make a short that takes off.
I know. Well, see, then I'd be pandering to the algorithm.
Yeah, that's right. That's not what we do here.
Yeah, kind of.
Blockhead UK says 1980. Close, but you're a year out for my money, which would have to be 1979. I have finally completed collecting all of the classic space releases from that first year. It's only taken me 42 years.
Wow.
Re-exorbitant shipping. I'm feeling this more and more in the UK when ordering from overseas, or just find stores won't ship to me at all. Thanks, Brexit. As you can tell, I don't pronounce very well.
Brexit, yeah.
Brexit, there you go. I do try to only buy domestically, but sometimes when you want some rare parts, you can't find any in your own country. There were definitely a few where I had to buy from Denmark, Netherlands, and Germany when I was doing my monofigure habitats project. The shipping really stung for those. Yes, I have a hard time buying from overseas because of the shipping.
I still think it's cheaper to ship to us
yeah,
than
absolutely.
Ship to them. It's
the
ridiculous.
final 1979 set I was missing was the 926 Command Center with intact aerials, which didn't cost a fortune. I had to bide my time. Eventually found one for about 100 euros in Germany, which would ship to me. I had been stalking that set on eBay for at least 2 years. That's probably not a bad price for a complete set.
No. Boy, it's completing space sets from the early run. It's something I've thought about, but
so how close are you, Joey, to all the older ones?
Just like, for the
like the 79 through 82 or 83.
Well,
whatever.
Let me see.
Do you try to get the same set that has different set numbers, the different versions of the same set?
No, I have just tried to get the I did that wrong. Get the US versions of them.
Yeah.
And then I figured out that there's actually a Samsonite version of a lot of them because Samsonite was still making them in Canada. So you look at it either way you want. Is it the Canadian version or the Samsonite version? But yeah, I've been started kind of getting those boxes.
Yeah.
And
there's some of the early sets, like what Kaz was collecting from 79. There's a couple of them that had, or maybe it was after 79. The crater plates.
Yeah.
Like that Space Command Center there that you have. I'm pretty sure that's one that has. That's the crater. That's the brick built version right there in the picture.
And that didn't come with a crater plate, or it came with a flat plate, and then later did. Yes, exactly. I think that picture's without, because it's got
that's without the crater plate. That's with the brick
you
build.
just said that.
Yeah.
We're on the same page, just different time
That's one of
frame.
my favorite. That's one of my favorite right there.
Yeah. So looks like these Samsonite.
Yeah,
they'll never get those.
You can get the you can get the minifigures and say you have it.
Yeah, I could. It looks like I got pretty good amount here from 78, 79.
Cool.
Now see, this is the mobile ground tracking. That's a European version of the. Again, the Space Cruiser, same thing. So I'm got quite a few.
Doing good.
Yeah, you are. Wait a minute. What is that one? You don't have that one? That all-terrain vehicle?
I do not know. And this must be new. Somebody's. Wow. I'm echoing.
You need to look for that all-terrain video. That one is pretty common on eBay.
I can probably find it. Yeah. And then these service packs and stuff, or not service pack, but the 3-pack. That one's a booger to get. You can't see me pointing at it, can you?
Yeah, the special 3.
Yeah.
Pack.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that goes back to the eBay thing. I saw somebody listing a multi-pack, like it wasn't this one, but it was another one, like one of the town city space combo things. Yeah, and it wasn't the box.
Wasn't right.
That was the thumbnail, was the box,
right.
and then it's just they pieced it together.
So these value packs. These would be good ones. I would love to get. So now as we get into the 80s here, I don't have as many, but so
cool. So what else we got?
Hold on, I timed out right here. Give me Mayo Hasco for commenting on Jabo's channels.
Just say Mayo.
Well, the reason I said that is because I finally found the time to listen to this. You know that YouTube really cares about the wrong stuff when the system blocks me and wrongfully flags my comments on BrickTrains.
Oh, it did it on him now.
Yeah, his comments are always blocked. I have to always go in there and unblock them for some reason. Oh, and then he sent me sent me a message on Instagram to saying, well, just add me as a, but it won't let me. I've tried typing his thing in. I tried typing, and it's just because I guess I'm not getting the right combination. I'll work on it. He's got a
setting on his account, his Google account, that's causing this problem.
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Joey. It's fascinating hearing you guys talk about shipping. Yep.
We just got done talking about that.
We did. T. Haynes, I wish I had got hold of the Pirates of Barracuda Bay at half price from Amazon.
Oh.
Those new battle packs are the same price in Canada as the previous ones. So, yeah, we were talking about the new battle packs are going to be $20, which is, I don't know. It seems outrageous, but if you think about a CMS, it's $5, and
there
are 4 figs in a battle pack usually, so that's $20. I guess that's the way it's going. Keel Jones, I love the tournament, but this episode felt like old times. Men of a certain age, I don't want to say old, sitting around talking about Lego.
It felt like what it was.
Yeah.
Dude Jude says, hey Joey, Earl, and Jabo. Hey Dude Jude, good one guys. I still like 86 better, but 1980 is cool too. Keep up the good work.
You going to Brick Fair?
Yeah. Jude.
I asked him Dude Jude.
Yeah, I know.
You're going, aren't you, Earl?
No,
I'm you're not going?
When is it?
It's in January 15th or something.
Hang on, I got it. And it's January Brick Fair. Yeah, 13th through the 16th.
So the public days would be the 15th and 16th.
16th, yes.
Let's see.
You can do it.
You gotta go.
I know. I do have to go one time. But see, the problem is our coronation ball is always in.
Whenever you say that, I think you're like a king.
No, well, what it is, it's a ball for our crew, and that's when the king, they introduced the queen.
So it is a king and queen thing. Okay.
Yes, they introduced the queen who pays big money, like big money to be.
You can't miss that.
Usually her parents usually pay big money for her to be the queen, and then they have a random selection for the king. So anybody in the crew can be the king. We just pay our yearly dues and we get an entry. But that is going to be, it's actually the weekend before, November 8th.
No, it's January.
Yeah, that's what I meant. January. It was November.
Oh, okay. So the Brick Fair is January 15th and 16th.
Yeah. And I think we get free tickets in our bag, don't we?
They have in the past given you a ticket and say, "Hey, go out in the line and give it to somebody." It's a good way to mingle or get people excited or whatever.
Well, let me see.
Sometimes I forgot to go out there and do it.
I see you signed up to be a bingo caller again.
I don't know if I should have done that. Not the caller. No.
The runner.
This year is January 8th, so it would be the weekend before. So I guess it could be a possibility. It'd probably be a last minute thing, but you never know.
Well, you need to come if you can make it.
Yeah, I would. Believe me, I would love to. Just come hang out with you guys for Saturday. We'd have to drive up on Friday, spend the night Friday night, hang out on Saturday, and we'd probably just drive home on Sunday.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Xavier G. Yay! Long-awaited finale.
It's glad it's over.
Paul's Bricks. Yep, I agree. 1980 for the win. Here in Australia, we already have sets that are over $1,000. For example, the Millennium Falcon was $1,400, and the Titanic is $999.99. The modulars here cost between $250 and $300.
Yeah.
Sounds like
dollars a lot different.
Yeah,
sometimes I look at eBay listings from Australia. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sounds like the modulars are a good deal.
That sometimes the prices I don't understand, because I think in the UK, like the Walker was like 750 pounds, and then they lowered it to 700. But even at 700 pounds, that's more than what we pay, because the conversion is like 1.5 times almost, I think.
But is that because they got the VAT added in?
Included? Yeah. That's why I try to remind people, we've already paid the tax on our money before we even bought anything. And then we pay a tax when we buy it.
Yes.
It's like Kidco. Taxing us on both ends.
Yeah.
And it's much more than 23%. Let me tell you. I wish it was just the 23%. You just paid it once and that was it. Whether it came out of your check or that's what the businesses paid for the good. But anyway, it's a whole different topic.
Yeah. All right. How do you pronounce it? Who is this? This is Marilyn Ulrich? That's all right? Marilyn Ulrich. Thanks a lot for this long episode. Well, you are welcome. Ian Wozniak, something screwed up this video upload at something around the 40-minute mark. Well, I actually went to the 40-minute mark and I couldn't find anything that was.
Well, the only thing I didn't know if there was actually something wrong, or if there was something wrong with his download at the 40-minute mark, or if he just meant because we started talking about YouTube at about the 40-minute mark. And quit talking about Lego.
Probably so. Yeah, now that you mention it.
Something went wrong.
So I was looking at some of my old videos and I found one where the audio was out of sync.
Oh, wow.
Like, this was like 7 years ago. And I was like, there's no way to fix that. So I was just like, oh, well, I'll just take this one. I think I privated it because it was bad. It's one of my least viewed videos, and I see why.
Yeah, I hate that when you're watching something on Netflix or something, and the voice track doesn't match the and it's like, how do you fix it? You most of the times you can't. It's just, it's like
if I wasn't on camera, it wouldn't matter.
yeah.
It was a BrickTsar answer thing. It's like it was the whole video is out of sync.
Is it like one whole shot and it's out of sync?
Yeah.
If you got the video, send it to me. I might be able to sync it. If I put it in Adobe, I can separate it and slide. Yeah, you would.
I mean, I could do that. I could download it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it on YouTube and fix it.
That's what I said. I wish there was a way on YouTube you could fix it with the editor.
Right.
You could do that and just keep it on backup for that day you didn't feel like making a video.
Are you in a different shirt?
Anybody would notice. Hey, his hair's black again.
Wow.
That's what I wish there was a way. Yeah, that'd be neat to make a video that looks like it's an old video, but it's actually a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I
You
could
do
that.
it with that VCR app thing you did that one time.
I could just get out my original camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have the curtain?
Yeah, I still got those.
You can hang the curtain over your shelves behind you.
I actually did that for a video a couple of years ago. Got the curtain out and filmed it with the original camera.
Wow.
That I did the. It was the same setup basically. I did the 2x4 brick video.
The red brick, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask
the
you guys,
infamous red brick.
have you ever thought about? I know you're trying to do it with non-Lego, but Joey, have you ever tried about thinning out your collection a little bit because you're just getting to the point where you have? And I've teased you about it. Build one in the box and one to build. And the one you build's not on display, so you take it back apart. So now you have one in the box and one in a Ziploc bag.
Yes, it has kind of crossed my mind. It's like, because I guess for me the thing is, if it's in a tub under the layout or in the storage room, then what am I doing with it? If I don't have it out to see it or have it out, on display, I got things in here that it's on display. There's things out there that's on display. Those are fine, and I've always wanted that toy store, that 1970s, 60s, 70s toy store to look. Tried to get that, but I got a lot of stuff that, I just bit my tongue. I have a lot of stuff that is just in storage, and I kind of think, what is in there? But I'll have a hard time. I'll have a hard time selling it or not, letting go of it, not selling it. But
this would be a good topic for one of our upcoming episodes, maybe.
Yeah, it would be.
Because it's funny that you asked him that, because I was literally thinking about it today, about how in my early days of collecting, it was nothing to, like, I'd buy stuff and then I'd use it for a while, then I would sell it and buy something else.
Right.
I didn't have that, like, oh, I'm going to let go of this.
Right.
But then you start. How do you stop yourself from rebuying something that you sold? That's the question.
How do you stop yourself from buying? I mean, like, you don't have.
The bank usually does that for me.
Yeah.
But
space and money.
We all say that, but if you walked into a store and they had something for half price, and
yeah, I know, you're right. Like a Big Lots on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Or see, I have dirt cheap.
Yes.
I bought a friend's hotel. Is it the hotel? I think it's a hotel. It's a $100 set. It was $50.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and I was like, "Do I really need this?" And I bought it, and I got out to my car, and I'm like, "Why did I buy this? Why did I just buy it?" So now I'm probably just gonna save it to part out. And
so, I do have a bunch of things that I will never probably use, like Chima and Ninjago, except for Ninjago City stuff.
Uh-oh, must be getting time because your camera's starting to glitch.
That's me. That's overheating.
Yeah.
Well,
mine's not this time. So
yeah, put that in the show notes. We'll talk about it a little more in depth next week.
Hey, we got one more thing we got to do before we leave. Who's bringing the vault set next time, 2 weeks from now? Crickets.
Can I bring can it be stuff that we've shown before?
Sure.
Yeah, like on our channel?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm starting to build the large vehicle sets. Right before.
All right, then you bring one. So what you got to talk about the so you got to do a little homework. How much would it cost you, like Joey's show and tell? How much would it cost you to buy it now?
What's the rare elements? What's the
things like that.
Inflation price compared to what it was when it? Yeah, I'll look that stuff up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Take us home, Joe.
So that'll be look forward to that on the next AFoOL podcast. We'll actually show an old Lego set. Who knew we had those?
Wow.
And if you want to see three old guys talking about old Lego sets, you're at the right place. And we talk a long time too. So be sure to subscribe to all three of us, and we'll be back again next week or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We don't know what we're doing. See you guys.
Bye, guys.